Good evening, my brothers and sisters. This is your host, John Lockett, and this is another episode of Straight to the Point podcast. I have a great show lined up for you today. I'm excited about everything that that I'm just getting ready to share with you. As I said, a great show lined up for you today. Today we're talking about the love of God, brotherly love, and how important it is to love yourself first. And we're gonna do all of this with my big brother who is in Detroit, JC Lockett Jr. And man, I can't wait to get started. It's a great show. Listen, we're talking very candidly, so let me tell you right up front, man. My brother has had some awesome experiences in life, and I have told him over and over again that I think the world needs to hear his story, need to hear his story about how good God is from his perspective. And I'm believing, man, are if you are tuned in and you don't get encouragement uh, from this podcast or this episode, I just don't know how to encourage you. It's going to be wonderful. I want you to stay tuned. Listen, before I get started, though, let me encourage you to make sure that you find us, that you tune in to us. We're streaming live on Facebook, but we are also, man, the Anchor app. If you can, excuse me, if you can, we'd love for you to become a subscriber, a supporter of this podcast on Anchor. There it is on the screen. How to do that? Anchor.fm/J-Lockett8. And if you go there, the podcast is on there, and you can subscribe or you can become a supporter of this work. And yes, I would love for you to be a giver of this work so that I can make sure that we are continuing to bring you this podcast. Also, man, let me give my boy a plug, man. If you have not heard this guy, I want you to make sure that you tune in to him. It's my son in the ministry, Rodney O'Fairley. His podcast is Omnipotent Podcast. Come on every Sunday evening, Sunday nights at 6 p.m. So if you got nothing to do or if you got something to do, you change it up a little bit and then tune in. Had a great show yesterday, and pretty sure he have a great show again on next week. For those of you that are a part of the BridgePointe family, church family, man, we had a great time in the park yesterday with our Easter service, Easter celebration, or resurrection celebration in the park. Had a great time. It was good to see everybody come out. And just a little plug right there, we will be in the park every Sunday until further notice. Okay. I'm going to just jump right in tonight. I don't have a nail biter. I just got a candid conversation, so let's go straight to the point. Candid conversation with my brother, and I'm about to pull him up right now, uh, and just let God speak to us. I'll let you hear him speak. Um, as I said, let me preface this one more time before I bring him up, y'all. It's a candid conversation. If he let a word or two slip, just understand that he JC Lockett. Amen. What's going on, bro? How you doing, man?
Oh, I'm good, bruh.
Good. Listen, let me get my cameras back up. Don't want that in there. Hold up. We're going straight to the point. There we go. So, bro, how you doing?
Oh, I'm good.
Good. Listen, I've been telling you for a long time how your story is just unique and how much I think people need to hear you and first of all, I want to say how proud I am of you of as my big brother. There probably was a time that I couldn't say that, but I want to officially say that to you that I'm proud of you. And if life don't do nothing else, man, it is already done. Uh, is already giving you a joy that I see, and that I'm telling you that I'm proud that I can see. Every time we talk, you're talking about Jesus. So, uh, and
Yeah,
I told
see,
you, say
and
what?
see on that token, I will see you in heaven,
Absolutely, absolutely. So the first line of discussion that I want to have with you, bro, is that about the love of God. How did you? First of all, let's back up. With all of us, there was a time when we did not know God, and we probably wasn't even trying to at some point. So, can you tell me about life as before you met Christ? What was your mindset? Where were you at, and what was your experiences?
bruh. Like I said, Satan was on me, and Satan had control of me in my mind.
Yeah.
And I went through a lot of things. I went through a lot of hate inside of me. To like I told you, when I went to prison in 2002, that's when I showed enough got into Jesus because I felt like I was living like Jonah. I was running from Christ.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
As I got the Lord blessing me to get a little older, and the older I was getting, and like I said, I used to sleep in my car and cry. And I used to ask God to send me somewhere to where nobody know me and I didn't know them. And so he brought me to Detroit. And believe this, I'm 62 years old
Mm-hmm.
and I never lived the life that I'm living now. And for this reason, I got God. He all I got. I don't have no family here in Detroit,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And Jesus say this here, you keep him in your heart as faith, he would never let you down. And I'm a living witness. I'm
Amen.
broke as a son of a gun right now, and which is homeless. Be
Yeah.
honest, I'm homeless on earth, but
Right.
I'm not homeless in Jesus. You feel
Absolutely.
me?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Jesus said the same way he feed the vultures, which is animal, he'll feed me. Same way he supply for them, he'll supply for me. And I'm a living witness.
He does it. He does it for you.
I
So
know.
before, so you said you went to prison 2002, and that was the change. That was when it started to turn around for
Right,
you.
right, right.
Tell me this: what was your? And you said your Satan was on you. What were you? You know, if you be honest and kind of look back over it, there's a lot of people that probably would say that J.C. Lockett hurt them, from your children
Yep,
to family,
yep,
and 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 it would be true, I guess.
yep.
Um,
It is. See, Jesus said, what I joined together, let no man or woman depart it. See, now, whoo, Lord, I guess I was so anxious to have a wife
mm,
that I really didn't know what them vows was really meant.
mm,
You
mm-hmm,
know, hey, because my first wife, I married her because of my oldest daughter, her parents, their daughter out to Kansas City to have her, so I couldn't be with her
mm,
on my oldest daughter's birth. So Satan jumped in me, so that put demon in me.
mm,
So now, in a life sense, it changed me on the vows that I made, and I really didn't mean them.
yeah, yeah. So,
That was
and that's the situation that a lot of men find themselves in, because we hurt we hurt people because we're hurting. that from the sound of it, you was hurt by the fact that you couldn't be with your daughter, your firstborn daughter,
Right.
and therefore you entertained the devil to the point that you lost your commitment to your vows, because
Right.
that would be
Right.
accurate.
Right.
Now that in turn brought about a lot of hurt as far as your daughter growing up, and you know your other children, the other children with your first wife growing up. Um,
True.
and in candid conversations, there's another man somewhere that's probably dealing with that same stuff, those same thoughts. What would you say to him right now? If another man, listen to me, another guy that's out there dealing with that same thought, that he want to be in his child's life, but him and the child's mama is just, or him and the child's mama's family is not getting along well, and it's causing a rip in their relationship. What would you say to him, looking back over your situation? What kind of advice would you give
I would say this here. Talk to Jesus.
him? Yeah.
Because if I could have, at that moment, I would have. And probably would be in majority of my kids' life.
Yeah.
But I was running from Jesus. Satan jumped on me through my oldest child, and he was on my back practically through all of them.
Mm.
I
Mm.
couldn't comprehend with my life and be happy amongst my kids, because shit, Satan put me out there like a wild rabbit.
Put you out there like a wild rabbit.
He
And
put me out there
uh,
like a
here's
wild.
the, here's the thing: a lot of people gonna see this though and say, "Well, that's just an excuse." How do you know it was Satan and just putting you out there, and not just JC being JC?
Hey, hey, if I'd know Jesus like I know him now,
Mm-hmm.
woo, I damn sure wouldn't have 10 kids by 5 different baby mama.
Right. You wouldn't have 10 kids by 5 different baby mamas. Yes.
You feel what I'm saying?
I feel you. I feel you.
If it had been kid, it'd have been by one woman.
Yeah. Yeah.
See?
Why do you think Jesus would have
The
made that?
penalty,
Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Finish your statement.
uh, see, now Satan is dealing with me a little bit, but I ain't worried about it. Only way Satan dealing with me now is say I'm 62 years old. Now, if I go out there and get a cup, the Lord bless me to get a company job, drawing a company check. Satan got these white people gonna take my money.
Okay.
Look now, I brung it on my own by not knowing right like I know now.
Right. Right.
But hey, Satan just a bad creature. Bottom line. It's just like now, see, in my life now at the age of 62, see, I ain't quick to jump to to get in a relationship, because what look good ain't good.
Yeah.
What sound good is not good. Ask Jesus first. He'll show you what's good for you.
Yeah. You said ask Jesus first, and he'll show you. That's right. That's right.
Ask him first, he'll show you. And this is whatever you got for me, Lord, show me. Don't let me do it with my knowledge,
Mm.
because I'll mess up, go wrong every time. And then by my knowledge, what I look at and I see that it look good,
Mm-hmm.
on the inside it ain't good.
Mm-hmm.
And so then there gonna come a confusion between me and my soulmate on my thinking. This is what I want.
Right, right, right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah,
So, hey, if Jesus ain't got it for me, I ain't worried about it.
yeah. That's good. That's good. So we talking about how you got to that place where you every time I talk to you, bro, we talking about the Lord, and you talking about even I have to stop sometime and when I think about our conversations, sometimes me being a pastor and a preacher, I don't even in our conversations talk about the Lord as much as you do. And that challenges me to even be better verbally about my commitment to God and my testimony of him and all. So that's what I'm really proud of, because like I don't know if you do everybody like that, which it seems like you do, but
All
every
right,
time we talk, you have an overwhelming uh, voice about God got you and God is the center of your life and all that stuff. That
all
don't just
right,
come that don't just come from that don't come from your set of experiences. I know your story. And if it's you know, to me, nobody but God will have to do that. You know what I'm saying?
all right.
So
Yeah. Now
my thoughts
let me
is
say this.
go ahead, go ahead.
Let me say this here. In the Bible, Jesus said he'll bring the poor to a greater life
Right, right,
than the one that got it and think they great. They are not if they don't have Jesus.
right, right. I
So
know
I'm one of them creatures of my life. Jesus gonna bring the poor to the light.
the
And I
last
was
shall be
poor
first,
in my life.
first shall be last. Yeah. The last shall be first and first shall be last.
Right.
So you
Right.
and so that that gives you fuel, so to speak. Is that what you're saying? And that gives you
Yeah.
okay, okay.
Yep.
But what about
Yep.
what if a person is there I'm gonna be honest with you. When I posted the flyer about this show on Facebook, there was some comments made. Somebody I didn't even know, man. They just jumped to to the conclusion or try to jump on the conversation about a false religion and all that kind of stuff. And um, I just ignored it. Then I just blocked them from being able to comment on it. But there are people, man, that will look at you always talking about God and always doing that, and they take that as fuel for them to be dismissive of God. What would you say to that person that is not believing no more? You know.
They sick as hell. Don't see, bro. You know, on what you
I
just
told
said.
y'all this is a candid conversation. So go,
Hey, 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 it really touched me. I don't care what a human think. Know of me, cause you don't know me, cause you is not me. Uh, on that post you were talking about, I seen it on my Facebook. My niece, D,
yeah.
she put up a post that talking about this April Fool. All right, I looked at her, read the post. I go back through my phone. Now she in the bed crying. So
Well, well,
I'm thinking to myself, Lord, Satan is on her. He's on her. I don't know what her help, how life is, or whatever. But Satan is on her. Woo.
well.
Hey, bro.
And yeah, but we'll talk about that. But yeah, that's some negativity. But I just believe that what you are saying can't be manufactured, can't be artificial, it can't be made up. Not with your set of experiences. I mean, how many? You said you already said, and we'll just kind of help you. I want to give a glimpse, give people a glimpse into your life. You said you done been to prison. You know that. You don't. You said that. You got 10 kids by 5 baby mamas. Tell the people a little bit about how all of that came about. You talked about the mindset that you had, but what are some of the things that just kept moving you into that dark place?
All right. This here what, thank Jesus. Cause like I say, y'all I got. Now listen. All right, I say I got 10 kids by 5 different baby mamas.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I know in which it did occur in my life when I was back in Mississippi. Uh, I couldn't visit all 10 of them, but that the baby mama had something sick to say. So, you know, when I asked the Lord to send me somewhere where nobody know me and I don't know them, there was a release of off of me. Because now, you know, I'm to a point in my life to where, like I said, some people hear this here, they take it or look at it in a wrong phrase of they think it, but I don't care. I'm to a point in my life to I don't care about nobody but me. Think I'm to that point. You know,
Yeah.
pressure will bust a pipe, and I be damned if I let love I have for my family bust me. Fuck them. Hey, I'm real as I can be, bro.
I hear you. I hear
I'm
you.
real as I can be. You
Yeah.
know,
So
love is love.
right, right. And
And
so what
hey,
I hear
I'm
you when
not
I
gonna
hear
let
you
nothing hurt me.
right, and
Fuck it.
I heard you say that. I heard you say that, and I've even I've even challenged you on it. But then after with some deeper discussion about it and some deeper understanding, I think I've come to the I come to realize what you're saying, and what I've if I could put it in my own context for you, what I hear you saying is there's no way for me to love my family or you or any other person without first
Right.
without first loving me. And so as raw as that sound when it comes out of your mouth, because it you know it 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 can be hurtful, especially
I
with
said,
but I
say
get it.
what?
I said this I get it. I think I get it. But that's the stuff that I think the world need to hear as well. From because a lot of men are in your situation where they can't express or they had so much hurt going on that they had to smother because they told to be a man and men don't cry and all this kind of stuff to where we have these artificial these facades up and these images of ourselves up that's really not there. But then when we behind closed doors, we crying like a baby because we hurt over this stuff.
Right. Right.
Yeah. So
Right.
you've made it to a place of peace of mind with your set of circumstances where you say, I love me first. And now,
Right.
you know, and if you don't understand my love for you through this pain, then forget it.
Then
Yeah,
forget
sorry.
it. Forget
because
it.
because that's what we have to do sometimes. We have to love people through the
Yeah.
pain that we have because the world has put so many expectations on us as men that we have to love through the pain. And sometimes and really and truly that's impossible to do because what we're really going to present to people is the pain first, not the love first. And
You
and
know what, bro? I say to myself right now at the age of 62, I be saying to myself, and you know, I'm thinking about things that going on with me
mhm.
in my life, even though back thing. I sit and cry to myself today. but I do it like this here. Lord, dry my tears, even though I feel this in order for me to cry.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll ask the Lord to dry my tear and let me move on. Because I can't let shit hold me down unless it's death. Anything else, forget it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, I am who I am. I am the only J.C. Lockett Jr. living. I'll be the only J.C. Lockett Jr. that God take off from this earth.
Right. Right.
I don't care what anybody else think about me. I really don't. Because if I worry about that and had a mind thinking on that, Satan done jumped in me again.
Yeah. Then you can't be friends.
You
So you
get
can't.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get you. I get you. So
I can't
so
let
let me.
Satan get me no more.
Yeah. So so really, it's a way of staying grounded. That statement or those that mindset is a way for you to stay grounded and true to yourself. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So
Like I said,
go ahead.
Jesus all I got. He all I need.
Yeah. Yeah.
These creatures walking around amongst me, forget them. I
Okay.
see you if I see you. If I don't worry about it. God gonna see me every morning, every day, every night. If Jesus don't want to see me no more, he gonna put me to sleep.
I feel
You
you.
know,
I feel
he
you.
gonna put me to sleep.
So
Shit.
so so let me talk about relationship a little bit because with that mindset and those and the way you're saying that that can and you say that to a person who may not fully understand that you do love them. For instance, you got a lady friend and I know you care about her, but she hear you make statement like that. How do you how do you give her that assurance that hey, I ain't lost my mind, but hey, I gotta take care of me. So how do you give? Because in a relationship, there's some give and take, and there's some nurturing that gotta take place, right? How do you nurture
Yeah.
that
All
and
right.
and stay true to yourself at the same time?
All right. Oh, like I say, Satan a bad creature now.
Mm-hmm.
Now I can show you love. You can tell me you love me 100 times a day, but in one of them hours of the day, you gonna say some shit to me like this. Fuck you. How the fuck you love me?
So,
I don't do that.
right,
I don't
right,
I don't backstab nobody. Hey,
right, right.
I got love for you. I'm gonna try to show it to you the best of my ability. Now, who Lord, you say you love me, and then within an hour or so, then you turn around and say, fuck you. What? See, Satan try. He try. That's when I gotta take my time, walk the fuck off,
Mm-hmm.
and go out and say something to the Lord like this here. Lord, I know she know not what her tongue saying,
Mm-hmm.
but Jesus, don't let Satan get in me. And I tell them, you don't want to bring the beast out of me. I try to keep that hid because I know that he on my back and he tempting to suck me through my mouth.
Right, right.
I don't let him do that.
Yeah,
I could say not every day because he be on my back through someone else.
yeah, yeah.
Don't do,
So basically, that's self control. You got to learn how to control yourself, even when somebody
right,
hearing,
right,
even when somebody
right,
hearing out of control. So I got you.
right. And
So
then, and,
that's
and
that's good. So because there's some man or some woman or some person in a relationship that they hear that F you and they go in too. So then
yeah,
it's that back
start
and
cussing
forth.
each other out.
And then
You
it's that
know,
back and
then
forth.
you saying something, You done killed this woman. You know,
Yeah.
I try to avoid that. I'll go off to myself,
Yeah.
you know, because I got to talk to Jesus. Jesus ain't fucking with me. Because, you know,
Yeah.
it take a strong man if a person cuss you out. And which Jesus said, bite your tongue. He said that, but some people can't handle that.
Yeah. Yeah.
They can't handle that.
Yeah.
That's
Especially.
just like it's just like eh, Jesus said, if a person slap you on your right cheek, turn your left. And see, that's a hell of a slap.
that's I mentioned that yesterday in the sermon because that's true. That's hard to do.
Hell yeah, that's
But
hard to do.
but that is the
Shit.
assignment. That's what he tells us to do, and he ain't tells us to do
Yep.
something he don't mean doing. And so,
Right.
but
But
that constitutes too. And I'm gonna get back to the subject some. If you don't have any self love, that's impossible because self
right.
love ought to express or show to you how to love somebody else.
Right.
It ought to,
Right.
if you don't love you, and which is gets back to your statement, that you make often. Uh, but it says really that I love me enough to express to you now the kind of love that I need to, and it takes me loving me first. It takes me being
Right.
crazy about me,
Right.
and so that's good. Let me shift gears a little bit and talk about um, you know what your expectations are in this. Like, what do you expect God to be doing in you over the next few years? Like,
You know
God
what,
leaves
bro?
you. How do you live? How do you navigate everyday life for
All
you?
right.
What does it
You
look
know,
like?
all right. Listen, bro. You know, I feel what you're saying. Now, listen, this is what I say to Jesus. Even though it might not happen, but longer and it's coming. He blessed me. Now, this what my expectation of my life. I want Jesus to bless me to be in my own place. To what if my grandkids or either one of my kids want to come go for you, mom, sister, and brother. To you all can come to my place
Mm-hmm.
and see what God blessed me with in my right mind. You feel what I'm saying now?
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. So
That's what I want.
okay, okay, and
That's
I feel you. Can you hear me?
yeah, I hear you.
Okay, okay. So your own place. You're expecting God to give you your own place and that stuff. What do you? I know you don't. I'm I'm a feeling that you're not living with any regrets, right?
Now, you know,
Or
I
do you have
asked Jesus,
do you have any regrets? Let me back up
nope,
and put it that way.
nope.
Okay.
I feel sad for uh, uh, part of my life living that I wasn't able to do what I wanted to do amongst my kids, this and that. Yeah, you know, I don't regret it, but I feel bad about it. You know, I sit and I think, and half of my grandkids I ain't even spend no time with. Hell, half of my kids I haven't. But life go on. Now, one thing I asked God, and it's up to him. I asked God, I wish he could grant me to be a preacher for the life that he let me live through, that I can speak on, but that's Jesus' option on that.
Yeah.
But
So
you know,
you you feel you you, you do you feel a calling to preach, or do you saying you would like to do it? What do you? Feel it.
I would like to.
Okay.
Now,
Why?
hey, hey, bro, you just don't really know. Hey, I'm into Jesus every morning. But he ain't got that for me yet. I assume, cause he hadn't made it. But I would love it if he would. Cause see, I would be a preacher. I wouldn't. Like you got that to show straight to the damn point. That's the way I was talking behind the pulpit. Straight to the fucking point. I ain't putting no dress on none of you asses.
I told you we got to keep it clean, bro. So
Well, man, hey, when it come to Jesus, bro, hey, 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 hey.
okay. So,
But
but I feel you. And preacher, that comes with weight, though, bro. It comes with weight. Are you ready for that?
I don't know what weight you talking about, other than you speaking on God word. You
No, I'm
ain't.
saying it comes. The weight I'm talking about is like God actually burdening you with other folks' stuff, so that you could speak to them an alive word, and not just a word. You're not just encouraging people, but you're giving them life through your words. And in order for that to happen, God have to burden you with what they are burdened with, and you have to go through. People think preaching is standing in the pulpit, being, shouting, and they see the glamour,
Nah,
but they don't see the preparation through the week, where God is crucifying that preacher so that he can stand there and deliver that word in a live way, to where it resonate with people. And so you gotta.
I,
That's what I'm saying. I
check
believe.
this out.
So go ahead.
Check this out. All right, you're a preacher. Yeah, I'm quite sure. There's people's coming tell you they problem or what they going through this and that.
But it's really different.
Same way Jesus made you become a preacher, you tell them, give it to Jesus, because I can't help you now. I can say some shit. I can say shit to ease your mind, but really, I can't help you.
But no,
Give it
that's not the
to
aspect.
Jesus.
That's not the aspect of it that I'm talking about, though, bro. There's a deeper aspect of it that people don't see, because that's just advice. I can tell you the advice all day long, but when God keeping me up at night, because He's burdening me with this word that I that He want me to both live and deliver, that's a whole different aspect, and people don't understand it. And so what I say that it's admirable, it's commendable that you say that you could see yourself doing that. And I believe that you have the life experiences to be able to deliver that at some point. You got enough experiences to be able to tell some people some things. And really and truly, if you stay on that level, you're already preaching. When you preaching on the surface is proclamation. It's proclaiming the good news. So we're all called to be preachers, but being pastoral and leading people out of a dark place, like Moses led the people out of Egypt, that requires a whole different type of bondage,
Right.
burden. Yeah. So preaching, you got that already wrapped up when you wake up every day talking about Jesus. Because I'm
And
telling you,
that's see,
I get inspired from talking to you,
I
because I know you're gonna give me. We joke and carry on the way we do in every conversation, but I know somewhere in the conversation, JC Lockett gonna talk about Jesus, and you give me this feeling that, like, man, whatever I'm facing, especially me knowing your story, knowing your situation, when I talk to you, it's like, man, whatever I'm facing, I can make it through it, because I look at my brother and see like, man, he talk about God way more than I do. So I know if I just stay on the course, God gonna cover me.
All right.
So that's preaching right
Right.
before.
Let me say this here. Just like it's just like you were just saying a few minutes ago about when I told you that if the Lord blessed me to be the preacher, I go straight to the point. It's just like I was looking at the show the other night about Moses when Moses went up in the mountain and God wrote them 10 commandments on the stone. But when Moses come out of the mountain, they done build a golden bull.
Yeah,
This what Moses said to him. He had
yeah,
the 10 commandments in his
right,
hand.
right.
He
They
said,
built a
them
camp.
that gonna come with me as God's word come follow me. Them that don't, hell away with them. He throw them damn 10 commandments down there and blow the rest of them up. That was
So,
Jesus.
so that's the kind of preacher you'll be. You.
Bottom line. But hey, it ain't funny, but hey, I was looking at that show the other night.
I feel,
Yeah,
I
that
feel,
what Moses said to him. Jesus told him, go and tell them these 10 commandments, but they done build a golden bull.
right.
Moses said, them that want to come with me as with God,
Yeah,
come. Them that came, them that didn't, Moses throw them 10 commandments down and blow the rest of them up. Hey,
right, right. I got you. I got you. So,
yeah, shit.
so again, that kind of gets you to to that point. There's a certain amount of I don't care that you gotta have is what I'm seeing as well, and that's true. You know, some certain amount
Pressure.
of pressure that you just don't need, that you don't want to receive, and so that's good. That's good. I wanna I wanna shift gears again, and because we've been here for a minute now, and we're gonna start to wrap it up. But is there anything on your heart that you just want to say, maybe to family or to your children or to anybody that just that you just need to know in the space that you're at now? What is there anything you want to say to them? Because
That's what I want to say to him. Lord, I hope they accept you, Jesus. Because I'm out of the frame. I ain't nowhere in the picture. So don't worry about daddy. Worry about your own self. Except God, God got you.
mm-hmm.
Daddy can't
Wait, you breaking up,
do nothing for you now. Nothing, family. But
bro?
ain't nothing I can do.
Let me ask you this. Slow down a little bit because you're breaking up a little bit on me. But repeat what you said.
All I can say, I love my family, love my kid. They need to get Jesus. Don't worry about daddy.
Right. I got you.
They need to get Jesus.
I got you.
Because daddy living his life, and I hope they living theirs in the right frame of mind. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. But,
So,
but what if there's one of the kids that just really are struggling to understand it all?
hey, that's all I can say.
Hey, I didn't get that, bro. You broke up on me. I think the connection got getting bad.
Pray like I did. When I was locked up, I said, you said they struggling and can't get it. Pray.
Pray, okay.
Do you hear me now?
Yeah, but you were breaking up pretty bad, so I think I missed part of it. You said pray. Anything else you want to get out of your heart to the family?
Do you hear me now?
I hear you. Can you hear me? bro. I hear you.
I don't think I can tell him to pray.
Okay, I got you. I got you.
I I can read.
You can what?
Can you
Your connection is still going
hear
bad.
me?
All right, y'all. I have enjoyed this. I'm gonna have to end it there because I've lost connection with my brother in some for some reason. But I want to give a closing thought, a couple closing thoughts. Um, First of all, man, life is going to hand you some sometimes some severe circumstances. Life is always going to hand you some stuff that you didn't sign up for. And my intentions, I believe my purpose on this planet is to inject into the spiritual veins of man an understanding of how to navigate through life when it's handed you some situations that you never dreamed or never asked for. And so in closing, I want to just tell you, man, that like my brother, 62 years old, has had, and he admit that he made some horrible decisions for the first for many years of his life. And those decisions hurt some people, including myself, to be honest. But it don't mean that that's the end of your story. It don't have to be the end of your life or your story. If you will put God in the mix, if you will find the strength to say, God, here I am, and put him in the mix, I promise you, he'll make life worth living. That's all I'm trying to help you understand. That's what I've tried to get straight to the point about tonight. And I know there are some people who have lived worse lives than my brother. He went from homeless, sleeping in his car, to smoking every day, drinking every day. Um, but at the same time, while he was doing that, according to his story, he was talking to God every day. That says to me, and I'm telling you, don't stop talking to God about it. Don't stop believing that God can still turn it around. And then you got to begin to look for God to show up. Don't just lay in the car begging. Don't just lay under the bridge begging. But get up and start looking for God to show up. Because if my brother was able to tell you the whole story, he laid in his car and smoked and drank and begged God and talked to God. But then he started looking for where God would show up. And then God showed up, took him to Detroit, and turned his life around. And as you can see, and as he said, he ain't got everything that he wants. But I believe that the joy that he have now and the